We're close.
You're probably right. But sound travels faster than light, bro. Duh. It's like the whole thing, bro.
Wait, what?
Sound travels faster than light.
Yeah, I've always been a fucking...
Wait, light travels... Wait, sound travels faster than light?
Wait,
nothing's faster than the speed of light.
I don't know.
Light travels faster than sound, right?
Well, yeah, if a firework goes off, you see the flash, and then you hear it. Yeah.
Light's faster than sound. I don't know why I was saying that the other way. It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's like why in movie theaters they have speakers behind you and shit, and they're all delayed. You know, there's delay in all the speakers.
No.
They're like the ones in the back play the audio slightly after the ones in the front.
Really?
Yeah, because if you're in the back and you're watching the screen that's all far away, and it was perfectly synced coming from the screen, like you'll have a delay on the audio.
Yeah.
But it's pretty inconceivably, it's like a small enough amount of time that...
Yeah. I guess that is all a mathematical equation. I never knew how you fucking calculated that shit, or the speed of sound always seems, or the speed of light too, like they always just seem so like, there's no way I can understand what that
like
means.
Abstract.
You know?
Well, I mean, it's physical. You can look at it. You can see a wave in water.
But what's that?
A wave.
Yeah, but what is that? That's not sound or light.
Yeah, it is.
Why? How?
I don't know. Isn't everything light?
You human, dude? That fucking conspiracy fucking shit?
No. I actually don't know. Wait, hold on.
Well, you know what's funny?
True. Our perception of it is light.
But you know that's funny? Like, there's like another conspiracy like post where it's like they boil water and then it like shines right before it evaporates.
Right.
You know? That like pure energy is like light. You know?
I mean, yeah.
Right.
It is. If you add energy to something, it gets hot.
But like this sun, what is that like?
That's light, bro.
I know it's light, but it's like, how can we calculate how fast the light is from the sun to here? Like,
I don't know.
right. That's what I'm saying.
But there's some people on this shit, dog.
Yeah,
They've been running tests. And I think like at a like microscopic level, you can see the light like move.
Yeah.
I think.
Right.
I don't think it's not like on and off, you know what I mean?
Like how light, like when the sun rises, like the light grows on the surface of whatever, like shadowed.
Well, that's like placement of
light.
Right. But there's like, I think that's like with that double slit experiment.
Whoa. Go on.
How many?
Yo, what?
I'm
Hey, you a freak. You a freak.
I'll be experimenting with a couple of slits. I'll experiment with a double
double
slit.
slit, triple slit even. Fuck it, I don't care. Fuck it. It's a party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No,
that's crazy.
That's probably, yeah.
But I think that's what that is. It's like such a small thing that only one fucking, what's like a light molecule called? I always forget.
Electron?
No,
it's
a fucking...
A human?
Human? No.
A neuron?
That's a brain.
That's a brain one. Proton? That's closer.
Yeah, you're closer. It's definitely closer. God, we're so stupid.
Oh, God, I wish I wasn't so stupid.
Electron?
Array?
Did you say that already?
Array?
No. I can't remember. I literally cannot remember the word. Maybe we are.
Photon.
That's the one. That's the fucking one. Don't. Oh, yeah. Drop that fucking... DJ drop that wide logo. Drop that wide logo. Hell yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, a photon. Only one photon could get through at a time. So, like, they can literally measure, like, how fast they can, like, see it.
Yeah. Yeah, is that the shit that's like the...
Yeah, they like opened up a door of like other questions when they did that shit
really?
With the whole like wave, what's a wave and a fucking other thing we were just saying?
Photon.
Yeah, like a particle or whatever. Particle in a wave or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just seen that meme that, or like I guess video that was like a flat earther proves himself wrong or whatever. Is that double slit theory?
Wait,
like,
which one did he do?
he puts like two pieces of things.
No.
And then he like stands far, and then like he sees that the sun hits this one first.
Yeah. No. He's like, oh yeah, if the Earth was round, then I'd be able to see, like I wouldn't be able to see the light. But then if you held it up higher, I would be able to see.
Right? Yeah. That shit.
Yeah. And then it did happen.
It did. Yeah.
Dude, I love when flat earthers get like. There's like this video of this guy being like bullshit, and someone else being like, they're doing the thing like, oh yeah, Antarctica, like that, like the sun doesn't go down, like that's bullshit, that's a lie, whatever, but it's flat.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, I'll fly you to Antarctica, I'll fly you to the Arctic, and you can fucking see the shit for yourself. And the guy was like, do it then. And he did it, and like there's a video of him being like, now guys, it doesn't go down.
It does.
It goes in circles.
It checks out.
Yeah, no, he's like, hey, when you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah.
And then the other flat earthers were like, fuck this fucking sellout.
Yeah.
He's been compromised.
Yeah. That's one of the part of that Human shit where he like tracks the sun.
Yeah.
That's like the same like wave of
sine
sound.
wave.
Yeah. And then like the inside of a conch shell is the same like spiral.
That's the golden ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does that mean? It's all computer, bro? Or it's all fucking the same thing over and over?
I seen a post today that was like about eternal flame. Like, you know what eternal flames are? It's like a place where like a fire is always active. And it's like a gas leak, natural gas leak that has combusted at a certain point and just never shut off.
Right.
And I remember seeing that, and I was like, man, maybe like a year ago, I would have seen that and been like, fuck, like, that means something, you know what I mean? And then hanging out with you, I'm like, it's just gas. It's just gas. It's so, you know, I'm like, oh no, man.
Fuck,
it's
the
like,
Earth's opening the fucking, we've done it. We've cracked the Earth open. We've done it. Humans have gotten to the point where Earth is fighting back.
Right.
No, dude, no, it's just some gas, dude.
Just
it's gas. Some gas, man. Sometimes you got a little gas.
Sometimes you got a little gas, and it's, you know.
Sometimes it's eternal.
It's hot. Sometimes it's hot. Yeah. Well, I was thinking that, I was like, dang, I would have had a whole like poetic take on that, but nah. That's like science don't have no room for poetry.
You're swinging. Fucking yeah, dude. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck meaning, bro.
Yeah. Well, what did you say? Fuck meaning?
Yeah, it's a fuck meaning.
Well, I would argue that scientific meaning is more meaning than like a poetic meaning.
I agree with you.
You start levitating?
Oh yeah, watch this.
Yeah, write a sonnet about this.
Oh, yeah, what's this mean?
Yeah.
Ascend. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
That would be insane.
Oh god, I would travel with that act.
Oh yeah, for my closer, I'm gonna fucking ascend to the heavens.
My final closer.
Yeah, in 20 years, they'll be like, dude, still ascend to the heavens, I guess. You know what I mean? God. Jesus Christ.
Did he do that ascend to the heavens thing again?
God, you know who his dad is?
Rich dad syndrome, man. That's why he thinks he can just do the same ascension over and over.
We don't give a fuck. This ain't zero, okay? Yeah. It's not zero anymore. Comedy has changed. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's not the double slit experiment. The double slit is like a small. I don't know about small, but it's like a. The double slit is small, so tiny.
So tiny. There's only a fucking photon at a time.
It's two of the tightest slits.
Two of the tightest slits light's ever seen.
Not even a photon can get through that shit. Bro. One photon at a time.
Photon at a time.
Oh man. There's like scientists who like worked years and years. He's like, we call it the double slips. We're like, whoa, chill. It'd be crazy, dog.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, yeah. I'm like, why? Wait, what?
So good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like they shine light into a little, tiny little fucking hole, and they can measure that shit. And it got all weird on them.
Yeah. Well, what's that one thing? I don't even know if it's related, but the whole like shit behaves differently when viewed and shit.
That's
you
that.
know?
That's that. Like when they add an observer. When they remove the
cuck.
observer. Yeah.
Everyone acts
Everything's different
when the cucks are
somebody's watching.
There's like a scientist.
Things get weird.
A scientist in a little cuck chair.
Yeah, anytime they would try and measure it or like take any kind of data, it would change. It would be like different.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, dude. Every time I try to measure my penis, it's smaller than it was.
Yeah.
It gets scared.
Usually it's fucking all over the place.
Well, you'll be over there right
when
now.
you look, yeah, it's just.
But when you measure it, I don't know. It's conscious.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's that. Those are those things, you know.
Those
Those are those things that I don't know.
Those are the things. One of many things I do not know. And that's the kind of shit that's like. That's why like practical science is so. I feel like that's pretty cool. Cause like so much stuff, like the beginning of our whole debates we had, like, can you trust science at all? Like, do you know anything's real? Like,
Cause that whole like not believing in molecules thing was crazy to me. I was like,
well, I do believe in molecules. But like I can't say that I know that molecules exist. Like I can say that I believe in God.
Well, that's what that belief is supposed to be. You're like, you believe that
it's faith.
It's true.
It's faith. Yeah. Science is faith. You know?
I mean, yeah.
And then you have to go to the fucking.
The thing about science though is like faith, but it's like backed by like experiments.
But what, the church?
Well, that's what I'm saying, yeah. I mean now.
Yeah.
But like faith, religious spirituality doesn't have that. I mean,
well, I don't know.
Despite what your Thea says.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But that's like, that made me think, like, well, like, because I will never, like, go to space, right? I'm trusting that NASA knows that, like, NASA goes to space and, like, yo, space is real, you know?
But you're in space.
No, I know, but, like, but I don't know that. My, like, subjective perspective I don't feel like I'm in space. Even though I'm pretty sure I'm in space, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know that. I'm fucking on
the
fucking
firmament?
Beep Street. You know what I mean?
Firmament?
No, I don't know what that means.
That's like the plane, the flat earthers.
Oh, really? Yeah. We're kind of anywhere. Someone could be like, you're on a server, and I'll be like, I'm pretty sure I'm not, but who knows? I could be. You know?
But I'm fairly certain I'm not.
Yeah, but I have faith that I'm in space. Right. You know what I mean? Like, oh, these people wouldn't lie to me. But at the same time, it's like back in the day when you knew religion and shit, you're like, I don't even know how to read books.
Yeah.
And that guy's telling me that God wants this. I'm like, all right, I believe them.
That's what God wants.
I don't know the books. I don't know how to do the God experiments.
Yeah, like you have to trust the smart guy.
Yeah, you have to trust the guy that's making the rules. And that's why science is so corruptible, because obviously, like, with, like, corporations and climate change, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever the science is who pays the most grant money to them, you know?
It's true. It's not untrue. A lot of science is backed by money.
Yeah.
It costs a lot to do this shit.
And white supremacy. You know?
Yeah. You don't have to trivialize it.
Yeah.
It is a fact.
You know? Because, like, that's, like, the whole thing, like, about, like, archaeology and shit. Like, Graham Hancock shit.
Yeah.
Like, if society's older than it says, then, like, humans are bigger, way bigger than the,
Yeah.
Asian, European
For sure.
centric mind.
I mean, my thing with Graham Hancock is like,
my cock way more than a gram in your hand, bro.
hell yeah.
It's
It
like
was the
4
panspermia,
grand.
his old seasons of panspermia.
I don't know what that means. This is like poly.
No, it's like the spreading of alien cells through like some alien gunk was on a rock, and it like seeded the DNA from another planet.
Yeah.
Basically. But that's the thing with him is like he does the same thing that white people do when
Yeah.
they're like fucking pyramids and fucking all this stuff. They're like, obviously people couldn't have done this. There's it had to be aliens. It couldn't have been the brown people that lived here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right.
No, there's no way brown people could have been
Yeah.
understanding shapes all around the world. They didn't even know each other.
Right. Yeah.
No, it had to be aliens.
Yeah, they didn't even have John Deere products.
Yeah.
How would they even make these things?
Yeah, how could they build anything that lasts?
Yeah.
I hate that shit. That shit drives me crazy.
Yeah, yeah, dude. The alien theory is pretty, but that's the same kind of thing with, like, in my opinion, like simulation theory. It's way easier to be like, oh, this crazy thing exists. That's why this is the way it is. Instead of being like, no, humans did this for better or worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. To me, this being base 0 makes way more sense than all of the energy it would take for the layers and layers and layers of simulations.
Yeah.
Because they say that thing like if we live in a simulation, then the chances of the reality above us being a simulation go up like a lot.
Right. Well, that kind of explains whatever loosely based I know about fucking string theory, right? Of like
I used to
multi-dimensional.
love string theory. Well, the string theory changed my mind on dimensions.
Yeah.
Because I used to think like multi-dimensional meant like there was another place where me and you were here, but I stood there and wore a pink shirt and you were here and you were bald.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like in every variation of that, like some Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
There's a variation where we both have Jordans on.
Yeah. And we're not recording anything. We're selling drugs.
Yeah, we're selling drugs.
Yeah.
Black.
Okay. Yes, that reality also. And really, it is
Asian.
reality if you go far back enough.
You go far back enough for actually the original Jews.
We get into some whole other shit. No, but I used to think that was what multidimensional meant, and I don't know. It was because of movies, bro. Movies corrupt how we think about shit.
Yeah, well,
Dimensions are
Interstellar.
just like up and down,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
like this dimension. When they say that, like they mean height, width, depth, or whatever. The fuck the other one is, right?
Right, because that's what like 3D means.
Yeah.
You know.
The third dimension.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Because like, I don't know. Have you ever seen like the fourth dimensional objects? Like they have like 4-dimensional shapes, like a tesseract. A tesseract is a 4-dimensional shape. It's like a cube in a cube.
Is that like near Iran?
No. It's a shape.
Yeah. No, I've never seen that.
I think you probably have, but it's just like a weird. Cause like, do you know like if you're how a 3D object on a 2D plane? Do you know about that whole thing?
Yeah.
Like starts as a dot, like a circle, a sphere going through a plane.
Yeah, you're showing me.
That probably won't be that crazy.
It's just funny. It's like right by the
we've showed it before. Oh yeah. It'll probably help sync our shit.
Well, you were showing me that on acid that one time.
Yeah. So like it starts as a point and then it grows.
Well, isn't that supposed to be with like the Jewish stars?
No, that's a different thing.
Okay.
That's a whole other thing.
That's a whole other thing.
Dude, that shit trips me out. The Merkaba. Or Merkaba or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That shape's crazy. The Star of David, but 3D.
Right.
The 3D version of that shape.
Yeah. Right.
That's one of those shapes where it's like it's in everything.
Yeah. Well, Have you seen there's like, I guess that story? I don't know how accurate this is. I get all my news from the internet.
Right.
So it's like in Colombia, and they found this like sphere that was like.
Oh yeah, I did hear
you
about
see
that. Yeah.
And like they don't know how to open it or whatever, but they like X-rayed it and they could see there's other balls in there and stuff. Interesting. And it has all like these designs, like it looks like it was embroidered and shit, but it's like crazy designs and. Like I imagine they're like when you think about things that fly, like our flying is so like rudimentary when it comes to flying.
Right.
We're just like putting rockets on shit and being like
or like propellers.
Catch air, you know what I mean?
Glide.
You know, and like air combustion, like, you know, like if you had a grasp on physics enough, I could see there'd be like some other geometrical shape that can like manipulate space and time differently, you know what I mean? Like, I could see how that could exist, you know? I don't know if it's real or not.
I mean,
I didn't even know what a photon was earlier, you know?
Yeah. Me either, so I can't really... I don't know, usually for anything that's fantastical, things are usually rudimentary.
Right.
Things aren't really fantastical.
Right, in this realm, you know? Because we're monkeys.
Yeah.
You know?
And one of the smartest fucking things that we've ever seen.
In this world. Yeah.
If there was some other world where there was some other monkey that was smarter than us, I would be tripped out.
Yeah, totally.
Well, I just feel like we would come to the same conclusions as everyone else, you know what I mean?
Well, you would think, but I mean, maybe not.
Base truths.
Maybe not, though. You know? Because, obviously...
You're saying
90
place where the rules are different?
Yeah. But we can stay up late and eat ice cream.
No, but there's no parents. There's no adults.
Yeah. Adam doesn't make me take my shoes off in the house.
We could just be free.
You can be free.
That's so funny. I don't know. Even if there was another place where like the rules here, like obviously on another planet, like the gravity is different and fucking all that shit. You know what I mean? The atmosphere is different. There's a bunch of different rules.
Right.
But there's still like another layer of base rules.
Right.
That all of those things adhere to.
Right.
Those are like possibilities.
Right.
Circumstances.
Well, I agree with that. I agree. I can see that, but I can still see like some other organism knows how to.
Like live in some void world?
Not void world, but use the same rules that we all know to a better extent, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't mean that what we know doesn't exist. It means that they just do it better, you know? Because, like, let's say, like, if a society is, like, age-based, like, we're young, there's older things possibly, you know? We don't know. You know?
I just have a hard... like, anything that requires too much energy, I start to be like... I don't know, guys.
Yeah.
Because like that's like the whole thing protein. With I do actually. I'm doing keto. Just real quick as a side, I got my first like I've been posting clips and I got my first like fat comment.
Oh.
Someone talked about being fat because I do a joke about my grandma being 110 and then I was like, oh, I want to die at 70. Yeah. I said that, and then the comment was like, he'll be lucky to make it to 60 at 350 pounds.
Oh my God.
And I responded and I was like, I'm on keto.
I'm keto.
Anyway.
Dick.
Yeah. So, I'll have you know.
I'm on keto.